Attention, please. Okay, everyone wants attention? Thank you. No, I don't need a megaphone. I think I've got a loud enough voice, so I hope everyone can hear me. I'm the branch secretary of the UCU at CWC here today. And we are here because two members of staff are at risk of redundancy. We are near the end of what's called a consultation period, very, very near the end, and they are still at risk of redundancy, and nothing in that sense has changed. These two members of staff, Keith on my right here and Andy on my left, have worked at the college for a number of years. Andy's been here for 20 years. It's 2014 he started, and around about 1994. Keith has been here since 2007, 7 years. Both members of staff have hardly had a day of sickness in that amount of time. And they've put in so much work over the years. If there was a problem in the last 19 years of Andy working at the college, I'm sure we would have heard about it and he wouldn't have completed nearly 20 years of service. And the same for Keith, with 7 years of service. They are at risk of redundancy due to restructuring, changes, etc. And their hours, they are under hours, their teaching hours by 90 minutes. 90 minutes is all this man needs to keep his job. This man here needs about 2.5 hours. It's hardly any amount of teaching hours that these good teachers require to continue working at CWC. So that's why we're here. So we appreciate your support. This is why we see all these lecturers here today who are members of UCU. They all teach here. We've taken up our own lunch hour. We will all be back at work at 1 o'clock. So please give us as much support as you can. Phil, would you like to say a few words?
Sorry.
Yeah, not a lot to add, except that the college has been very obstructive in finding alternative work for Keith or Andy. The rules of a consultation for redundancy are that the employer should always try to find alternative employment. And there is lots of work. There was even a job advertised last Friday that Keith or Andy could have done, a full-time post in work that they could have easily done, but they're actually advertising it externally instead of redeploying the staff they've got. So it's actually outrageous. It's a setup, really. The restructuring is not a real restructuring. It's actually aiming to get rid of good, loyal staff.
Right, if I could say something, all students here, can you listen for a second? These teachers deserve your support and you can help. It's not just us, you can help too. You can go to the student council, you can go to your head of your tutor, you can go to the principal and say, support the teachers, support Keith and Andy. We need people like this who care about you, who are prepared to put in the hours to get you your qualifications. We support you and show that you support us by emailing the principal with your support for Keith and Andy.